Because they were going like this, and now they're going like this. So now you have to recalculate everything you do, because now they're showing a different look. He has to change the whole way he starts to think about defending and the way that you're attacking. And it becomes too much for the person to deal with. So you would have to put time into this. You can't just be like, hey Frank, I've got a fight down at Bangtao, but I'm gonna try this new thing. I just looked at it on video.
If I know they're tired, then from here, I'll go here. Boom. I want to get closer, but also I want to protect myself. I'm here, I got him now. Then I just change, I just mix it up. Pick 2 or 3 and you try it.
Remember, still use your feints, not just the looks. Mix your feints in there.
If you're too close and you're feinting from here, he can just hit you. You want to feint?
What the ultimate change of look is, it's when you switch your stance. The problem is, you have to know what you're doing when you change your stance, and that's the hardest thing to learn.
Hey guys, before we get back into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you like it. Leave a comment down below if you like what we're doing. And in case you didn't know, when you're visiting BangtaoMuayThai.com, BangtaoFightStore.com, retail, merch, all of our stuff, enter in discount code YouTube10 for 10% discount off of everything. Enjoy the video.
Now we'll go over another kind of central philosophy or concept to what we believe you need to understand at high-level fighting. And we'll talk about what we call our looks. Okay, and I'll make sure that everybody has a good understanding of what a look is, okay? So the best way to explain it is a look is is your stance, how you stand, the position that you put your body in before you attack, like your stance. So, like, I can give you an example. I can be like this, okay? I can be like this, okay? I can be like this. I can be like this. I can be constantly bobbing, you know. There's a thousand different things. There's some guys that go like this. They're like this. This is a look. This is a look. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. It's the position you hold your body in before you attack for a prolonged amount of time. You know what I mean? Okay. So the idea behind it is you imagine if you're fighting someone and they do this. And they do this, and they do that the whole entire fight. That's all you have to look at. You have to read what they're doing when they go like this. You have to read what they're doing when they go like this. You have to just get everything, all your information has to come off that. Okay? But imagine if you had someone you're fighting and they're going like this, but then all of a sudden, they start going like this. And now everything that you calculated off this, you're like, oh yeah, I know what he does here, is completely out the door. Because they were going like this, and now they're going like this. So now you have to recalculate everything you do, because now they're showing a different look. Each look's going to have different moves off it. It's going to have a different range. And now they're calculating again. Now imagine if they like this, and then they start going like this all of a sudden. They go like this. And so now you're dealing with 3 different looks that all have 3 different moves, 3 different ranges, and you're dealing with all of that. Okay? Now, like, it's easy to be like, well, I'm just going to have 1,000 looks, right? And then that'll make it easier for me, but it's not true. Each look that you have to have all the defenses from that look, and you have to have all the offense, and you have to have your range perfect. You can't just go out there and be like, okay? You can. If you're Dominic Cruz, you can do that. But what people don't understand about Dominic Cruz, because I've talked to him, is that every part of what he does is 100% calculated. He's just got a really complicated system where he turns southpaw, shuffles his head out, moves his head back. Like, it's just a complicated system of looks. But he knows every move and every defensive move he has to make off those looks. Yeah? And one of the things that annoys me is when you get a kid, this happens all the time now, this is crazy. You get a kid and it's his second fight and he's just like this. And you're like, he has no idea what he's doing. He's just seen Dominic Cruz or someone fighting. Okay? So that's the second thing we're going to introduce. We're not just going to fight out of one position. We're going to get some different positions to fight out of. But remember the idea behind it. as soon as you change your position, he has to change the whole way he starts to think about defending and the way that you're attacking. Everything changes, and it becomes too much for the person to deal with, because there's only so much in a fight situation that the person can process. And we'll go over some basic looks for you guys, okay? Just remember, I'm gonna say this. Some people have one look and they become the UFC champion of the world with one look, and they just master that look, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you're at this seminar, and I'm saying, if you can have 2 or 3 really good ones, that's gonna be better for you than just having one look that you take your whole career. That's my belief, but it's definitely, it can be argued, because there's definitely many champions that only have one way, one style, and they get very, very far. Yeah. But there's also many champions that have variation of looks, and they get very far as well. So what do you want to do, like, as a look?
For looks,
so just do the lead hand.
lead hand.
So obviously, like, there's the long, what they call the long guard,
Long
I
range.
guess. So Izzy's got the long guard here. Yeah, and off that, you're gonna jab off the long guard. You can hook off the long guard. You can frame and hide the right hand behind the long guard.
Boom.
We're not gonna get too much into it, but just the basic look is the long lead hand, yeah? And anything else?
I like, Venom Page, he's got a good look as well.
Yeah.
Because he's there, the flim flam, constantly fainting.
This is the light feet, and you're in and out. Okay, again, like, this is a highly skilled one. So you would have to put time into this if you wanted to make it an actual part of your game. You can't just be like, hey Frank, I've got a fight down at Bangtao, but I'm gonna try this new thing. I just looked at it on video. Is that all right with you, Frank? Because Frank will just go, yeah, that's great. No, he won't do that. Okay, so that's a different look. You
like
could do
this, bring this
yeah.
old school.
This is like, yeah, you've seen this look in the UFC. People bounce the front foot, but you got to know what all the moves off that, yeah? You got to know how to defend off that, yeah?
Boom.
Okay? So what we'll do now is we'll have our feinting game going, but we'll have some different looks. So it might be this here, feint off this, then I change my look to here, feint off this, then I might start changing level. It can be whatever look you want. Just change your body position. Anybody here know what the ultimate change of look is? The ultimate. It's the hardest to do, but it's the ultimate. It's when you switch your stance. If you can switch your stance, that's the ultimate look. That throws the opponent off the most when you change from a stance. The problem is you have to know what you're doing when you change your stance, and that's the hardest thing to learn. Yeah, so you guys can definitely do that if you want to give it a go. Okay, feinting, changing your look, one person there attacking, the other person defending, trying to look at the looks. Yeah? Everybody got it? Okay, one person, then we'll swap you over. Not pads, it'll be defense. Yeah?
Make them react. You want to be sharp. Remember, intent. Sell it.
Yeah, 1, 2. Let's go.
What's your favorite look?
Ooh, I don't have a favorite one, but my basic, I start off fighting, when I start fighting, I'm here. And then that's like my staple look. But then depending on the guy, when I start to push forward after I've hurt them, and I see like taking it back, you're going back, then I might start to like, okay, because I want to get closer, so I'll have my defense up, and I'll start to be here, like in mid-range, because I know I've hurt him, I know he's tired, you know? If I want to be defensive, I like to be here and just long range. I'll use my long guard, and it's all on the shoulders, but that's how you have to work it. So that way you get the threshold, the lactic threshold, to be able to hold your guard, like, because it's tiring. You try for a while, it's tiring, you know? Bro, exactly. Like, you feel it on your shoulder. So after a while, you have to like, okay, cool. Then I'm like, oh, cool. I'm here. I got him now. Then I just change. I just mix it up. Pick 2 or 3 and you try it. I know you're just drilling, but you got to make it like it's real. Yeah. Switch it up. Long guard. Try long guard. There you go. Yes. Good. Yes. A little bit back. There you go. Yes. From there. That's a good range. Nice. Yes. Switch the looks, mix it up. Try different looks. Just mix it up, you know? Pick 2 or 3 and just cycle between them and feint try and get them to react. Now long guard, try long guard, yes. Mix it up, yes. Jab off that, boom, there you go. Keep going. Like I try and mix looks depending on the fighter. Like when I hurt someone, I know they're tired. If I can sense that he's tired, so I might start off here. This is when I first start fighting. And then when I know he's tired, then I'll like, okay, cool. I want to get closer, so I'll change my look. So that way I have my hand up. If I want to be defensive, I like long guard. So that way I can just keep my distance, you know, boom, boom, and to switch it up, mix it up.
Do you recommend it in the short men?
Yeah.
Use the same?
Yeah, oh yeah, you can use long guard. Because you're fighting at your weight class. You might fight a guy who's 6 foot. You can change your look. Like I was just telling these guys, if when I start fighting, you know, ready, go. I'm here. This is my first look. Okay. And then if I want to be defensive, then I go long guard.
Use a lot of fake.
Yeah, a lot of feints. Every time I'm always feinting.
Short people say.
Of course. Look at Brad Riddell. Brad has got one of the best hip feints I've seen. Brad, boom, very strong feint. But then another look when I get someone hurt, or if I know they're tired, if I can sense they're tired.
Show me one example.
If someone's tired, if I know they're tired, then from here I'll go here, boom. Okay, then I want to get closer, but also I want to protect myself. So I'm here, boom, and then back to it, yeah. Oh, keep going. Oh, no way. Season 10, when Chuck was the coach.
No, in Latin America.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
no way.
Moreno.
What's your name?
Javier.
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 Izzy, good to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, man, yes. A mindset I'd say that I've used in this life that can be useful in
all parts of life. You're a fighter or not.
a mindset.
Like it might be like something
I would
bad
say-
happens in your life. How do you bounce back from it?
Oh.
How do you look at it?
Nothing lasts forever. The sun will shine again. If it's raining, the sun will shine again. And when it rains, enjoy it. It's raining. You're alive. You're above ground. So no matter what happens, nothing lasts forever. Like, this is life. Always.
The only thing constant is the
Yeah,
change.
exactly. That's what I understand. So
Very
whenever it's here, I'm just like, cool. I'm in Thailand right now. I'm happy. I'm loving life. You know, a few months ago, I had like a dip, bad time. But guess what? I was like, you know, this is part of it. And I just stay cool because a lot of people, they let go. And this is why suicide happens, you know? And 2013 was my worst one where I was like, man, is this how people feel before they kill themselves? I was like, fuck, that's sad. But I can never do that because my spirit is strong. And I have a good support system around me. And also I know myself. So nothing lasts forever. The good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. Enjoy it all. After about 20 seconds of this, then boom, 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 boom. Then back here, change, just mix it up. Yeah. So I'm here, boom, boom. Hey, you know what I mean? Yeah. Still use your feints as well. Remember, use your feints still. Mix your feints in there. Remember, still use your feints. Not just the looks, mix your feints in there.
For wrestlers,
Yeah.
I know we have been strike.
Yeah, oh no.
I'm not a striker.
Okay.
I'm a wrestler.
Yeah. They have different looks. Frankie showed me different looks. This is good. Kamzat, when he fights, one of his, the one in the Apex, you know, one he's there.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. And got so low. So you can still be here as a wrestler, bounce, boom, boom, and go deep. Yeah.
Remember, you have to understand the look. If you're going to move like Mike Tyson, then you've got to put some time into being Mike Tyson. You can't just randomly decide to pull off different looks in a fight, because then you're going to take my advice and I might get you knocked out. Okay, but that's not what I'm advising here. So now we do have to go over what they call a fake. Okay, and for our purposes, I guess city kickboxing purposes, you have to distinguish a feint from a fake. Okay, how do you distinguish it? They're almost the same thing except for one key difference. A fake is something you're going to do in range. Okay, a feint is always something you're going to do out of range. Okay, so when I feint, it's going to be out of range. When I fake, it's going to be a fake attack, but I'm going to move into an area where I can be hit as well. Okay, which can be super useful in a fight, okay? A fake can be super useful. It's gonna get you the deepest reaction. It's gonna get you the best reaction, but it's gonna come at the highest risk. The most common one in MMA is I fake the double leg, boom, I get a knee, boom. I've gone right into range where I can be hit with a knee. That's the difference. If I'm feinting a double leg, I'll be doing like this. I'll be doing this Henry Cejudo, and see, that's a feint. I'm in no danger. Once I start to go into range, we're gonna put that in the category of a fake. And it's important we distinguish those two because we have to know that one comes with way more danger than the other, okay? So, some ideas for fakes. I think you like the right hand left hook. Yeah. So like, Izzy will fake the right hand. So I'll actually move in, he'll get me to pull my head back to the right, and he'll come back with the left hook. That's an example of a fake. The problem is, he needs to have a really good read on my reaction. He's never gonna do that without banging me with the two first. And making, oh, look, he's seen that I'm predominantly slipping out to my right. He's seen that I'm not doing this. I ain't going that way, that would be a different move. He's hit me a few times, now he's confident that of what I'm gonna do. So now he'll fake, boom, left hook, yeah? But remember, the difference, it's dangerous. He's gotta have good reads. What if he steps in and fakes the right hand, boom, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
You're good.
Sorry, I made proper contact. You right?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I've had worse.
Yeah. Okay. So that he hasn't got a good read there. He hasn't got a good read. Yeah.
Good. Good iron.
Yeah. Bit of blood. Yeah. So he hasn't got a good read there. Yeah. Like he hasn't seen my reaction. So he wouldn't fake, because that's what'll happen. He'll get intercepted. Yeah. There's all the classic ones where you start to change my level. I actually, like Marab does this, and then he comes over the top with the right hand. Oh, sorry. Yeah, anything with the leg, he'll come in, yeah. Right, left hook. There's the classic ones where he like gets me to check and then he kicks. Then I put my leg down and he kicks over the top or kicks the same leg, makes me check, feints, and then comes underneath, boom. There's all those classic Thai ones, yeah.
I just asked this before. I was going to ask, when we were on the feint, you said to feint in range and then get out.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you why you wouldn't follow up, because then that will class as a feint.
Yes.
Like if you're feinting and you get out,
Yes.
you're faking, then
You're staying in. And you're staying in. You've got the read, you're staying in, you're making a full commitment. And that's one of the things why you have to distinguish the two, because if you're faking, then you've got to be very confident of that. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna go through with whatever I was going through. That'll be better than going in and then being like, oh, is this a feint or a feint? And then having that moment of hesitation. So now you've got two very definitive definitions of what each is. So if you go fake, you can just go through with it 100%.
But can it happen
Yeah.
that you feint in and then you see an opening and you attack, so it becomes a feint?
100%, but the predominant way a feint will work is on the outside. So you'll go here and then you'll pop. See, let's say my range is here. That's my range. I'll feint in and then I'll feint out. But definitely that doesn't stop you from going in, seeing an opening and going again. Yeah? I guess the difference is that's more reactive, like I'm seeing what's happening and it's more reactive. When I fake, I've read the reaction. I know that they're gonna pull their head out that way. So I go boom and then run them into the left hook. Yes, that's the key difference. Yeah, it's more calculated. Everybody got it? Everybody know what a fake is versus a feint? Let's work with some fakes. It can be, a lot of you will have double leg feints, single leg feints. Just get creative. Let's see what your fakes look like. Step into range, act like it's actually coming, have good intensity. Don't drop for your double leg like this. Okay, have good intensity, come over the top with something, yeah? 1, 2.
How do I make it painful?
Yeah, because I see like you just put 10%.
Yeah, that's all you need. That's all you need. But again, the calf, like Pereira's got the best. He's just there like, boom. Exact, sorry.
No, it's okay.
But again,
But how do you make that?
just reps. You're new at this, so don't worry, reps. The more you do it, the better it gets. And you also get hardened as well. Thank you. I like it. You're getting more confident. Keep it up. Yes. Yes, good.
I'm not MMA guy, so I'll try to.
No, it's good. Looks good. I like that. Boom, pop. That's it. It all works. Cool tap, by the way. That's cool.
Oh, thank you.
Your right hand's too low. Just basically your hand's here. I need it to be here. There you go. No. Up. There you go. Yes. Yes. Good. But also good distance. Yeah. A little bit. No. You a little bit further back. Yeah. No. You're going. So you maintain the distance.
Okay.
If you're too close and you're fainting from here, he can just hit you. You want to feint.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Keep it up. And keep your right hand up. If he leaves it down, remind him.
So we're talking about game plans. We're in the middle of this seminar. Eugene is dropping some gold about feints and about fakes and about how to establish different looks. And I want to talk about game plans a little bit. So you're renowned for establishing game plans for the city kickboxing fighters. How do you go about, how much of it is planned, how much of it is made on the fly? What is the key to, do you react off the opponent or do you study tape or how does that all work?
Yeah, so for me, like a really good general answer for me is it's 50-50. You have all the intel that you can gather on the opponent beforehand and you're building some reactions based off that intel, but you still have to work on and build the reactive, instinctive side of the fighter. Because at the end of the day, there's still stuff that's going to happen on the fly. The opponent might have made some changes to the way he fights, some changes to his game plan, some changes to his strategy. So the instinctive part and the pre-planned part have to meet together in the middle.
Right.
And if you've got a kind of an even base of like 50% instinctive and 50% planned based on the opponent's previous reactions or the way that they fight or some of the things they do offensively or even defensively, that's normally where I like to sit at about 50-50. So it's true that what they say is sometimes the best plan is, not to have a plan, and it's also true the other way. It would be almost neglectful to not have a plan, especially nowadays where there's so much information on other fighters out there. So the meeting together of the instinctive world versus kind of the preemptive, pre-planned stuff that we can pull, getting a 50-50 even balance is where I like to sit.
How much of your time do you spend coaching the fighters on increasing their instincts to be able to read their opponents? Is that a huge part of what you do at City Kickboxing?
Yep. So I would say outside of camp, it's all the training is based on instinctive related training. So like, you get in a double leg here, they defend like this, they slip an underhook in, turn it down the other way. Like it's based on reactive drills where they're just building their instincts really quickly. Yeah. And when they get into a fight camp, then we start building around specific movements and specific counters, specific offense based around the opponent. But everything else before that is based on just multiple kind of avenues that you can take something based on instinctively how you feel. You get this, they react like this, and that you just instinctively kind of like have the move in your head.
Your fighters all have this understanding.
Yes.
They have to be gauging their opponents. They have
Yes,
to be
absolutely.
reading their opponents, and you expect them to be doing this on the fly.
And that's why the training outside of camp is so important, because that's when you're building all those instinctive reactions that become second nature, and you're building the reactions that are just don't become second nature, that just happen because you're just so used to seeing them happen. You're building that outside of camp, and then it has to be a little bit more specific. You have to take away some of that when there's an actual camp and you have an actual proper intel in front of you.
Is there a difference between beginner level fighters and world class fighters in this category? Is it the deal breaker or one of them?
Fundamentally, there's no difference. Like they have to learn this. They have to learn the same thing. Obviously, as you get to a higher and higher level, the application of what they're learning gets used slightly differently, but you'll always see the fundamentals come through from the very beginning level to the high level. Just the application slightly changes because it's a higher level of
Okay. So for the up and coming fighter, this is like one of the main things that you focus on.
100%. Like the stuff that I'm teaching today, I know that if some of these guys can take some of these concepts true to the rest of their whole career, it'll help them immensely get very far in the sport.
So far, for the too long didn't read, we have paints, the world-class top 1%. They use a huge ratio of paints to strikes. The higher, the better, 6 to 8 per actual hit.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, we have looks. You have to give your opponent a lot of different looks, but you should know those looks. The more looks that you give them, the more hard it is for them to gauge your timing and speed, right? And then third, the difference between a feint and a fake. The fake, you're actually in range. With the feint, you are not.
I couldn't summarize that any better, Will.
We need a too long interview. Well, what's next? What are you going to teach next?
So now we might just do a little bit on jab variation, because some people need to understand that there's many different variations of jab. That's type of jab you can have, but what we're going to mix up is the actual range that you're jabbing.
Range of jab, okay.
Yeah.
These are the subtle nuances that we're getting from.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
One question about game plan.
Yeah.
So, what's easier to game plan for, a first fight with an opponent or a rematch? For like
A rematch.
example, Pereira.
The rematches are exponentially harder to plan for.
And what's the reasons for that?
Yeah. So, I mean,
Maybe we can do a specific example like the Pereira.
Rematches are exponentially way harder to plan for, because you have shown your cards. You've already shown your cards, and particularly if you're the winner, they're very hard to plan for, because you have less you have less to work on. You have less mistakes that you've made. You came out victorious. So Diego Lopez, the second fight with Volk, is going to be exponentially way harder for us to plan for than the first fight. Volk showed many of the things and the ideas that worked well. It's going to be neglectful for Diego Lopez's team not to address those. So for us, they have some definitive video that they have. We have to figure out how they're going to do it, but we have no intel. They're the ones with the intel. So we have to figure out what they're going to do based on our best intellectual guesses, you know what I mean? So it becomes very difficult.
Against their game plan that they looked at the first fight.
But then, on that same note, what we have in our back pocket is we can also make some changes. We can also make some adaptations that they never saw in that first fight.
So that's stuff you might have left.
Yeah, absolutely. There's all sorts of things we can do to throw a spanner in the works that they never saw. We know that they haven't seen off that video. And this is where it gets really interesting, when the best teams come up against each other in the world, and they're working on all those things. So fascinating. The important part for me is that you're manipulating the level of commitment that you're making to that jab. That is what's really going to be the bread and butter of whether you have a successful jab or not.
After a fake, I have to attack because I'm so close. So here, boom, 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 feint, that's a feint. Feint, that's a fake. Where are you at? Be here, you be here. Boom. It doesn't have to hit, but you want it to look like it's gonna, if it hits, it hits. Yeah. Boom. Don't step. So commit. Boom. Nice. Touch. Yes.